Welcome to this segment showing our iPlan table showroom. In this particular case, we have 4 of our models, actually 5 if you take the waterproof model that's hiding behind the corner there. And we have these models on display for various reasons. This particular model is our FM model, 10-point touch, with the dual monitors, enclosed PC, keyboard and mouse tray, and side table. All of this is configurable to be able to go onto the other side of the workstation as well, and we include our typical webcam for your Skype and your interaction to other people. A lot of times you may not want to see them this large on an iPlan table, but the Skype works very, very well for the microphone as well. Over on this particular unit, this is a 60 touch, 46 inch, and in this case it is included with a battery backup. Very easily in there you can see we have our Apple TV going. We have our tilt, and we have the PC. In this particular case, they're very high-end PCs. Don't be fooled by embedded PCs. Embedded PCs are typically built for digital signage applications, and they run very, very poorly when you're trying to run Revit or any of your high-end animation programs. You'll also come in here and see you have a completely flat surface. You have the secondary monitor in this case, and we have it in the portrait mode, because if I'm going to look at my specs, I'm going to be able to look at those very, very easily up and down on that particular screen without having to always go back and forth between my devices. Let me just scoot this over here real quick. I'll let you show you what I mean. Now you see your spec is very, very large. I can see that when doing my estimates, and yet I'm still able to keep my plan drawings open. We get asked that question a lot, why the second monitor, and there's the main reason. You're not going to get this on a wall mount as well. When you wall mount any kind of iPlan table, or really any device, and there are a ton of them out there, and most of you have them in your conference room, you find that the usability goes down tremendously because you end up having to stand in front of the device and not really be able to use it because you're blocking the view. When you tilt it on our angle, then you have the ability for everybody to kind of use the focal length that's necessary to do it. Now, also one of the key aspects of an iPlan table is you have the ability to raise and lower it electronically. So I can take that back down to it's very, very flat. If I have a lot of people I need to get around it, I can take that all the way down to where it's virtually flat. Or I can bring it up to where it's actually going to show on a meeting, because I'm going to have a meeting later and I want everybody to get around it. Then I have the ability to bring that up as well. So it makes for a great interface when you're trying to actually work with your information in a variety of methods. Just mounting it in one particular way is really not very flexible when you're trying to do other things. In this particular case, I may want to have a safety meeting. So I've got my device where I can pull that up, and one of the other benefits of it is, as well, is in this particular configuration, I can actually sit down on my regular desk chair and use an iPlan table as well. So it makes it very flexible. It's not something where a lot of people say, well, I don't want to stand up all day. Well, with an iPlan table, you don't have to. You have a very easy choice to be able to do both. And you can even tilt this even further down by using the tilt function built right in. One of the things we've always found that people ask us is, why not embed this into a table? It would look a lot better. When you embed that in the table, you actually take away some of the flexibility and some of the angling that you get with an iPlan table. And so that's why we typically don't do that. Again, this particular one is embedded with the complete features. It's 60 touch. I'm going to come over here And we'll turn on the Apple TV. We've got mounted right there. I can turn on the Apple TV. Simply move my chair out of the way. Be able to make that my interface. And now I have my Apple TV. This concludes this first segment, but we'll add one on to show you how the drawings actually work on the Apple TV right now. This concludes this segment.